Welcome to JustB2B Leaders, a podcast where we are going to interview leaders from B2B companies that they are willing to generate a better business, more predictable and scalable through the transformation of their organizations.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this new podcast from JustB2B Leaders. Today, we have the pleasure to interview Yves Lajouanie, General Manager at the European level for Axway. Yves, thank you for joining. Thank you for investing the time
me, Oscar.
to talk to us.
It's a pleasure for me.
Very good. Hey, Yves, when do we met each other?
So we met, I'd say, about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And through one of your former colleagues, who at the time was working for Axway, and introduced us.
Very good.
And I'm an alumni for the B2B management program from ESADE.
Okay.
That I followed.
I remember you.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope in good terms. Back in March 2021, if I remember well.
Super. Very good. Very good. Okay, so you know the scope of this podcast is to talk to leaders in B2B like yourself.
Yeah.
So my first question would be, what do you think at the general management point of view, what for you are the challenges to really align or organize your company for better, predictable, and scalable business? What are the main challenges that you face in your daily activity that you want to share with other leaders like yourself?
I think there are, of course, a few challenges. One of them, probably the most important one, is to have a good alignment between the people and your strategy. So we're in a people business, and having the right people and making sure that the people understand where you want to go. So you need to be clear about the vision. You need to be clear about what you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it. And then it helps to explain all the decisions. So you need to really explicit as clearly as possible what is your vision and why you want to do something for the company, and then transform that into execution. So the transformation of the execution into of the vision into execution is probably the biggest challenge.
So purely change management.
Change management. Absolutely, because I mean, in the B2B business, I mean, Axway is a software company, so it's probably true for most B2B companies. But at least in our industry, the software, things are changing like so fast. I mean, it's the competition is you have new competitors every day. The old players are overpassed by the new players, and so you have new technologies every week, and you have so it's changing. It's changing all the time. So this is really one of the biggest challenges, to cope with all these changes and make sure that you continue to drive the company in the right direction despite all the changes. So,
hey, I realize I didn't ask you to introduce yourself.
So yes,
that's I'm
okay.
a very, very bad
interviewer. You did make a quick introduction. So actually, I'm a general manager for EMEA, so Europe, Middle East, and Africa for Axway. So I run the business. So I'm not on the product side. So we have an organization with regional general managers who run the business. So all sales, pre-sales, customer success, all the customer-facing activities. And then we have product lines, and each product line is managed by a general manager as well.
Who is Yves Lajouanie?
So Yves Lajouanie is an engineer by background, so from a long time ago. I have a diploma in electrical engineering, which can be a surprise. But I've never done electrical engineering in my entire professional life. So when I left university, I went directly in the IT business. And then I've always been in so I worked initially for IBM for a few years, and then I joined software companies, and I've been with Axway for now 8 years. So I had different roles Always, most of the time, customer-facing roles, so from pre-sales, technical managers, a PSO manager, and then I progressively moved into the business sides of things, sales management and general management.
Very good.
Yeah.
Who is Axway?
So Axway is a software company. We are in a large, 300 million euro revenue, more or less. We are an international company. We have a presence in 18 countries. We have customers in about 100 countries. And we are doing software which helps a company to connect their infrastructure and to expose their data to the outside. So create an ecosystem of partners around digital transformation to exchange data between systems, between players. So everything which is linked to data exchange and data analysis.
Very good.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is your opinion for what are the challenges ahead in the next 3 to 5 years for B2B companies? What do you forecast?
So first of all, there are different factors, and we have I think we have a challenge with the global economy. Okay, I think we cannot underestimate the geopolitical factors and the crisis in Russia and Ukraine and the crisis with the gas and oil and everything. So and around energy and I think in Europe especially. So we have to be conscious that the days ahead may be difficult. So you have to prepare for that. You have to be ready in case there is a slowdown. So you cannot consider that everything will be nice and fine and that the growth will always come. So you have to be ready. You have to be lean, cost efficient. I think that's very important if you want to still be in the market in 3 to 5 years. So that's probably the first challenge. The second challenge, as I was mentioning earlier, is the pace of technology evolution. So we see the technology changes every day. We have new concepts, new solutions, new players. And as a company which has provided software for more than 20 years, of course we have a legacy, and so being able to combine the legacy with the new technology is always a challenge. You have customers, they use your technology. At Axway, in our DNA, we take care of our customers. They are very important to us. They are this is thanks to our customers that we are alive and that we will be alive in the future. And we have to be able to combine what they have used from us for the past 20 years and what they should use in the future. And this is always a challenge to connect the dots.
How those external factors affects a B2B company as an organization and yourself as a general manager? What are the implications internally, let's say?
Well, first of all, you have to communicate. So I think this is important to share as much as possible your understanding of the situation with your teams, so that there is a good communication and a good alignment from the top to the bottom and from the bottom to the top. So I think there is a communication. Communication is very important.
Yeah. Being
clear about what you want to do, why you do it, explain your decisions. Sometimes you have to take tough decisions as a general manager. You have to change directions. You have to also recognize some mistakes that you do, because you cannot be right every time. So you have to learn to recognize mistakes, and when you do mistakes, you have changes to make. You have to explain. People, otherwise, and the fact that there are those external factors which are putting pressure on the company makes the decisions even more difficult. So
What do you think about talent in B2B? How concerned or how concerned should be leaders like yourself about
so we are in a people business.
I recognize this.
Yeah, people buy from people.
Yeah,
So having and so from business standpoint, so directly in my role in my domain, of course, having people who have the ability to talk at the right level with the customers and to be trusted advisor. So people who not only know the products, of course this is important to know the products, but also know how to understand the customer context and how our products can be used in the context of the customer is very important. So the talent of the salespeople, the talent of the pre-sales people, of the customer success managers is absolutely key. And of course, if I put myself in the shoes of my colleagues, general managers of product lines, of course, having people who are really aware and experts in the technologies is also, of course, very important. So
how important, how critical do you think is going to be the culture in the future business, the culture of your company in your future business?
I think the culture is key. It's a cornerstone of a successful business. If you don't share a culture and if you don't have a well understood and I wouldn't say even understand a culture, because it's more you have to live the culture of your company, behave exactly. And the reason I'm saying that is that there is a fight for talents. We are talking about talents, and there is a fight for talents. So if you're not able to provide an environment which is a good environment where people feel comfortable, feel at the same time challenged. When I say comfortable, it doesn't mean I just have to relax and wait. It's they need to feel like they can grow, that they can participate to something, contribute to something good. So have the culture within a company is key. At Axway, I think one of the key elements of our culture is really taking care of our customers. The fact that we care about our customers, that we want to make sure that they maximize the value they use from our products, is really at the core of our culture. This is something we've done for many years, and that we will continue to do as long as possible.
I don't want to talk about B2C, but if we compare a little bit between the culture in a B2C company and the culture in a B2B company, how much relevant you think is for a client the culture of a B2B company?
So I think that there is a big difference between B2B and B2C. I think when you're a B2B company, the people who buy from you, they don't only buy a product. Okay, if you go,
which is the case of B2C, some way, right? They buy a product,
they
and a brand, and so on, right?
Correct. But it's not the same marketing mix. Okay, I think in a B2B culture, you have to really trust the people you buy from. So the people, I mean, all the account teams. It could be the account exec, it could be the pre-sales guy, the management team, also the product people that you will bring in meetings to explain how the product works and the roadmaps and stuff like that. So people have to trust you, and so I think that the fact that you have people who display, who are reliable, who are credible, This is very
So
important.
would you say as a final perhaps quote that that B2B clients, they buy our culture as a B2B companies?
I'd say yes. I mean, of course, they buy the solution. Of course, if you don't have the right product, you're out of the picture. If you're not a solid enough company, you're out of the picture. But once you have, I mean, these are mandatory things. But if you don't have the culture, if you don't have the people, if the customers can't trust the teams and the people, then you lose and you will never sell. So yes, the culture of a company and how it's perceived by your clients, it's a cornerstone of success.
Super. So thank you. It's been fantastic to talk to you.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the conversation.
I did. It
we
was
did.
very, very good. And I'm
So,
very happy, very glad that you invited me to this podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I
you.
hope you enjoy the conversation and see you in the next interview.
Wanna